Hello, everyone, and welcome. I have not been on here for a little while since the solar eclipse. There's been a lot of energy to process, a lot of things going on. Yet, I just got home and I knew I had a very strong message from the guides. And so I laid down trying to receive this message, and it was as if I was already receiving it throughout the day, not receiving it. It was being gifted to me throughout my day to day, yet I wasn't able to fully be open to receiving it all the way. So first I want to start off with thanking all of you who have been gifting me with, whether you're aware of it or not, with your own words of advice or words of encouragement. Other gifts that I've received, my youngest brother, Chalkley Nathan, for those of you who know me, lives down south in South Carolina, Asheville, where one of many areas in the southwestern region of the Appalachian Mountains was hit by Hurricane Helene. He's okay. And we started a GoFundMe, which is thank you all who have donated to that as well, to help them through this really tough, challenging time down there. I am actually going to be traveling down south, not to Asheville, but to Floyd, Virginia, to visit my mother. Anyway, I won't be on here for another week or so. I might go live later today. It depends on the energy. We've been hit with a lot, as you may or may not be aware of, a lot from the sun, a lot from the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. And we're not done yet. We have another full moon coming up in Aries, which is just opening another petal of the flower, so to speak, the chapter of our lives to tie up loose ends with. So without going on and on about my journey and where I've been, the message that I received when I was lying down, I was seeing holes, and I kept asking, what are these holes? What is, why am I not able to fully receive the message from my guides? And they said, go pull some cards. Go pull some cards. The first card I got was honor the grief process. And so in that, always honoring the grief process, I asked further, what am I grieving from? Because sometimes we're going through a grief process that we don't even realize that we are. It is either in our blind spot or it's something that is happening subconsciously behind the scenes. It can actually even be happening, if I'm going to really dive in there, it can be happening on another timeline or in another lifetime. Just putting that out there as well. Honor the grief process. So the next card, when I asked further, like, what am I grieving? Imposter syndrome and disillusionment arose, which made complete and utter sense for me. Oh, and the last card, flying high, I believe in me. So just today, and actually through this week, I have received opportunities for new opportunities to use my gifts, utilize my gifts, and receive income back. And each time I do, I'm grateful for the opportunities. There's a part within me that arises, and it is the part that, and this was the first thing that arose within me emotionally, was like, am I going to be able to do this? Imposter syndrome, right? Another part of me like completely knows that I can do it. I'm already doing it. This is something that is in my nature. I'm a natural channel and have a natural, I'm guided into the energy, reading energy, astrological energy, and many other forms of, putting the pieces of the puzzle together. It's so funny because I actually hate puzzles. But maybe this is why I can only laugh at myself, right? Disillusionment. So in my past, and this arose, and this is a message for many of you out there as well, who are, it doesn't even matter if you're an intuitive, whatever it is, our natural born gifts that we're born with are coming alive. Not only coming alive, but we're being prepared and given opportunities to actually use these gifts in the way that we had always hoped and dreamed. However, we've had some roadblocks to that brought us to a space of disillusionment. In my past, I knew that I was going to be doing exactly what these opportunities are opening up for me to do now. Yet when I tried to execute them in my own time, to Saturn, in my own timeline, I was blocked, I was stopped, and kind of humbled, put back down onto ground, like, you're not quite ready yet for this. Which for me, the ego mind, it comes to disillusionment. I thought this was directing me in this direction because I feel it in my very being. I left everything behind, my old life, my old self behind, to follow my heart, my internal guidance system. And yes, it has gotten me to every stair step of the journey of learning, evolving, growing into flying high. I believe in me. So this is the unraveling. A lot of us have to go through the unraveling part of the journey. Well, okay, all of us have to go through the unraveling of ourselves, or who we think we are, on the journey before our true soul song can be heard by others. So it all made sense to me, what they were trying to say. And there are times where I'm not able to receive what is actually meant for me because of imposter syndrome. Why? Moments of disillusionment in the past. It was not time. Didn't mean it wasn't meant to happen. Didn't mean what I was receiving at that time, what was in my mind's eye, what was in my heart and soul, isn't true and isn't where I'm being guided. It was just a timing thing. So this message goes for many out there who have been following your heart and your soul song, and found a lot of roadblocks, found a lot of challenges there. And honestly, in hindsight now, I know that those roadblocks and challenges were designed by me, by my higher self, to strip away what I cannot bring along with me. Meaning the ego mind had to be tempered, had to be humbled. Not that we're getting rid of the ego. We need the ego. It's our personality. It's what drives the show. But the ego at that time, disillusionment, thought that, oh, I've got a leg up. I've got insight on where I'm heading. Let's go there now. And the universe is like, oh, no. First, we've got to undo you before, and you discover who you truly are. It's that, for those of you who are in my age group, how many licks does it take to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop? The center is our soul self, our true self. So I'm going to just do a quick reading for us all. Since I'm on here sharing the message that was for me, I feel like it's not just for me because I'm connected to so many of you. And if you're new, welcome. My name is Paige. Feel free to click that like button. I hate doing this. It actually doesn't even feel real anymore, but we'll play the algorithm game with YouTube. Feel free to click the like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. That does help get the messages out into circulation for more people that may be going through this part of the process. If you find resonance in these messages, most likely you're on the same timeline as I am. So let's just receive more messages. from the guides right now? I keep seeing rainbows. Ace of Inspiration. New perspective. And that new perspective is not new. Actually, it's a remembering. It's a stripping away of all that no longer serves. It is connecting to our higher self, to our true self, true soul self. That is where we begin to believe in ourselves. Once again. And those are the waves too, right? I can't tell you how many times when I'm asked to level up, when it's time to move into a new chapter, a new life experience, that this imposter syndrome kicks in, and all the memories of the trickster energy that came through and messed with my mind. Whoo, boy, disillusionment, really, really, really strong. And it, like, not only does it humble us, but it can really kind of set us back to not wanting to continue forward on that path. But if you're like me and there's a fire burning within, eventually you stand back up and you're like, okay, do I keep going? Yes, you keep going. Lesson learned from each time we get knocked down. Do you believe in yourself? If not, why? What is it within you that is still stuck in there? What lens are you looking at the situation from? Are you looking at it through the lens of pain, through the lens of your past, through the lens of fear? Or are you looking at it through your true soul self lens, where things are clear and happy, inviting, welcoming? What lens are you perceiving yourself and your current situation? It really is all about perception. And when we change the way we see the world around us changes. It is all a mirror. It is a mirror to reflect to us all the different aspects of ourselves, the parts within us that we need to resolve, bring back together, to trust. Know that we're living in a very interesting dynamic of what I'm actually seeing and perceiving, experiencing is a direct reflection of a part in me that is telling me something. So yeah, we're kind of juggling in between worlds a lot of times. That's what human beings do. This is part of the game. We can't always be floating in the ethers. Yet, it's important to stay grounded through this part of the journey, throughout all of the journey. If you feel like you can't get a hold of yourself or your thoughts or your emotions, ground. Stop trying to juggle both worlds. It's all right here. It's all contained within you. Another word, another thing that keeps coming up in my radar over and over and over again is hypervigilance. Hypervigilance. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. It is not a strength. It is a trauma response. So stop trying to juggle everything and look deeper within. Why are you so hypervigilant all the time? Is that story true? Do you truly believe? Do you believe in yourself? That is the message that I have for us all. I hope that you found this to be helpful for you at this time. I do hope to come back on and give some more messages this week. I will be leaving this Thursday morning for the mountains down south. So I may or may not have any signal, or I may not be given. Yeah, we're going to flow with it. So you may hear from me down there. You may not. You may hear from me before I leave. You may not. We're just flowing with the energy right now. So I hope that you found this to be helpful for you. Sending you all so much love. Take care. Bye.